Okay, guys, so we're hopping straight into it. Sorry, forgot to record the first game, but we got 8 points. Here in the second one, we're dropping dirty, straight off, trying to get some loot, figure some stuff out, and then rotate, try and get some kills, because this tournament, a lot goes into just, you need kills. As you see, hit a guy 21, but we need to push and get kills, so that's what this is all about. Very little points coming from placement, only the top 10. You only get 1 point per top 10 placement, so we gotta try and focus and get some kills. There you see, hit a guy 96. I run out of builds here. That leads to my demise. But my aim was not very good at the beginning of this tournament. I don't even think I get a kill through the first, 4 or 5 games, but I start doing well in the later games. Here, my teammate got a kill, so now we're up to 9. I get carried a good portion of this tournament. But my teammate ends up dying here shortly, I think, if I'm not wrong. He starts to get pushed, and yeah, it's right here. He gets pushed and killed by the duo. And of course, reload tournament, so I'm just gonna wait it out, make sure that he gets back into the game before I try and pull something off or try and be a little stupid, so that we're both not dying at the same time and we get to continue this game. Because our thought going into this is if we can stay in a top 5 placement, we'll be fine. As you see, this guy's going for a chest. I'm trying to line up a headshot here. Boom, headshot. And right now I'm thinking, oh, wait, maybe I got this. Of course, his teammate's on to the left. I try and get him to peek a little bit. He doesn't. He runs off to the side. He tries to snipe me. I was trying out new settings and stuff, so my build is my hit sensitivity was higher. My builds weren't doing the greatest. So I drop down here, get a little box going, and the same thing happens. Ran out of builds. I don't know how that shot didn't hit, but okay, we're gonna move on to the end game of this because it's one of the weirder end games. See, I'm really low, he's really low, so this is a chance where our squad can get wiped. There's still some reboot time. He gets into a good hiding spot. He tells me right here. He said, here, I'm gonna wait it out. I might try and find some mats. The worst thing I could have done here was go up in the air with that low of health. See, we got another point. I reload back in. I go into zone so that I don't get sniped out of the air. But here we go. I see some loot straight ahead, so I'm going to try and get that, box up, try and get over to my teammate. And there's a team, right to the right. I thought they were going to push me right as I landed. But they don't. I get some crash pads and a med kit. So right here, I'm calling out, hey, I got a med kit for you. We throw the crash pad. I launch. I chuck the med kit towards him. A little long, but he doesn't have anywhere to go. There's a team right there. I can't mantle. I end up crash padding the worst way. But then I crash pad right into this loot. So I gotta start taking this flowberry. I don't know what I'm doing here. But it's almost oh, because, yeah, there's a team. Yeah, so he shockwaves. I build. And then he shockwaves right into my box. I'm just dead. There we go. Top 5 placement. That's what we were working on. We're trying to get top 5. And, of course, going into this, we really, not big expectations. We weren't really thinking we were going to get the skin. Of course, it's top 150 in the region that we're in. And we were 1,600 or something like that. You will see here. And so, our real goal was my brother was also playing in this tournament with one of his buddies, and our goal was to beat him and his buddy. And you'll just have to wait to see if we do. But we're leading them. They have one more game than us. So we're going to hop straight into another one. And yeah, our goal is just try and get more points than our friends, and because it's bragging rights, okay? Going into this next game, we were thinking as long as we get a top 7 placement, we can get a good majority of points. So that's the whole thought process. This game, I think we just go straight back to dirty. I think I was saying oh, this is free loot. we're chilling. And for a majority, you'll see that there's this little building off to the left of Dirty. And that's where we've always been rotating. Here it's like, yeah, it's right to the left of Dirty. You rotate in there, a lot of big fights happen there. So we're thinking we could get like a 5 or 6 kill game here, and it'd be good. As you can see, we're heading straight back into Dirty. If you couldn't tell, in the last game, my teammate got 5 kills. Me and him haven't played in like together in a tournament in like a year. Probably like a year. So we're just freshening up. We are not at our peak of playing Fortnite. We're gonna get there because like we took like a really long break. Of course, on this channel we took a long break, but we also took a break from Fortnite. We weren't enjoying it as much, but we thought let's get back into it. We had a lot of fun when we did do it until the end, when we got towards like the end of chapter 5 season 4. I mean, it just like content wasn't really good, so we decided, hey, let's give the people some content, okay? So I'm like, Fortnite, for some reason there's been so many legendary chests, but my teammate gets a kill at the beginning of this game, as you can tell in the top right. But yeah, we were thinking, let's push this little area here. There's one kid, get that kill, and I don't have a kill this entire tournament, but it had been rough. Like, he had, like, I wouldn't say stolen, but I had a lot of, like, watch this right here. So, he's trying to, I get to the left over here. We're gonna start fighting, I run in, I get some tags on this kid, he gets killed. So it's like, I had, like, a lot of assists, not like he stole my kills, I just had a lot of assists. But, yeah. So, during a lot of this tournament, we realized that, of course, it is on the Slurp Rush map. We can just kind of camp in zone, get a lot of health from, like, the zone area. Thing that really messed us up was materials. We ran out of mats really quick, so we needed to make sure we got a lot of mats. In a lot of these tournaments, you'll see teams, like, wear the same skin. We didn't feel like we should wear the same skin, especially since, I don't even know why we didn't do it. We should have. But, as you can see, a team was pushing us from behind us, and it was the same kid that we had just killed in the building to our right. So these kids, we decided that we were going to storm hold them. Because they weren't the best players, but we thought if we could storm hold them, yeah, we'd be fine. But I told him that we shouldn't just sit there, because we'll take storm damage as well, and storm sickness, as you'll see later on, it can play a big part in this. But of course, we probably wouldn't take 600 health. But I just told him, we're not doing anything right here. We don't want to just have them waste our time. Let's go find maybe some other people, some better loot. And right here, I tell them, they're not just going to run back this way. They're going to run to, like, the right of us. Or, like, find, like, a dead side so we don't kill them immediately. Because they know we have better loot than them. They had just dropped in. For some reason, they didn't loot all of Dirty. Dirty was free. And so, this is where he points out to me that they're to the right of us. I think this is actually where I tell him that I don't think they're coming this way and that I think they're going to the right. And then he spots them, so we run over there. Nothing really happens over here. I mean, we get a couple tags. They tag us a little bit. It was really just kind of us wasting some materials here. I mean, we did not really need to... As you can see, my aim was so bad for the first, like, half of this tournament. We decided to rotate to Slurpee and get on the roof, so we get on the very top of the building, so we can chill on top. Like, height is key in a lot of these tournaments. We don't have any, like, snipers or anything like that, but we were just trying to get tags, because for later on in this tournament, tags are going to be big. when we're full HP and they're like 150 because we've tagged them earlier on and they didn't find shields, perfect. Find them rotating into zone, beautiful. We decide, yeah, we need to probably rotate, but then we see that there's like 3 slurp barrels to our right, so we decide, yeah, let's jump. I jump down, here, and, yeah, we were thinking, wait, we could just chill in zone, get a really good rotate, because nobody's trying to kill us on our rotate. We're not getting, like, the most kills, as you can see. Yep, see, here we go. We break that. We come over to the slurp truck. I don't remember if we break the slurp truck. Yeah, there's a med kit, and we're thinking, oh, we could just chill here. As we're rotating, we see that there's a dead body on the edge of zone, which is beautiful because we have no materials, as you can see. Of course, he got all of them. But it gives us a little bit of breathing room. So we decided we're going to take this little building up here, take height again, which we loved to do in this tournament. I waste so many builds here. And then then a team, yeah, was pushing us behind us. We saw a team down here, so we decided, hey, let's try and get some tags. I'm not proud of that aim. I mean, I hit him the first 2 shots, but not the best aim. I should have taken my medkit here. I don't know what I was doing. He drops down. I'm trying to get some tags here so we can jump on him, because I think there's 1 duo here, but there's a lot of fighting going on around us. As you can see, my first shot accuracy, like any other players, is good. But anything else, see, this is where Storm hits me. I start taking my med kit, which isn't the worst time to take it. I hadn't really gotten into a fight, so it was fine. Reboots are done, so I gotta, if me and my duo, Tyson's his name, are gonna push, we need to go now. I have the worst grappler in history here. Pump him. For some reason, I start pushing in the box, and I get just destroyed. I missed that pump so high. Like, it was bad. As you can see here, we're going into our 4th match. We're beating my brother and his friend. So hey, go check his channel out, SiegeBroFN. Terrible name, by the way, but go check him out if you want to. This is gonna be our first long form video on the channel. Other than that Madden one that I put out like a year ago, which I don't even know why I did that. But moving on. We decided, and I think this is the game where we decide we aren't going to land dirty. We're going to land at the building outside, yeah. Because there's, like, 3 chests, lots of slurp barrels, so we can just get full health right off rip. And then when people from dirty rotate over, we can just kill them. So, we didn't have the best last game. I mean, we're now up to 26 points, which is, for us just coming back to Fortnite, is pretty good. We're going to be on Fortnite a lot from now on. I'm not planning on leaving it anytime soon. I want to post content. I want to have fun. Me and Runty. We want to have some fun, okay? So, that's what it's all about. Yeah, don't mind me jumping into there, trying to hurdle it. But I was really, a lot of this tournament, I just wanted Mammoth Pistols. I love Mammoth Pistols. If you couldn't, I think it was in the 2nd game when I Mammoth Pistoled that guy when he jumped up on there. I really like Mammoth Pistols. I'm usually pretty good with Mammoth Pistols. Okay, yeah, kid lands in. I throw the worst crash pad in human history. My duo gets the elim. Yes, as I said, I was carried. Very hard. But then we start to feel a little pressure. There's gonna be kids that are rotating in. They're done with their looting, so they're just, I don't know what I was doing, but I told him, let's stop shooting. I see a kid right here, splash. Yep, right there. I mark him, but I tell him, hey, come get this shield. Let's get full shield, and Then when teams push, we're not like 170. We're full 200 or 100, 100. That makes it a lot easier for us. I mean, obviously. Then we can take some more shots. This is where this kid, as I said, my aim was absolutely horrid. My teammate gets the kill. But ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. There it is. My first kill of the tourney. More to come. I'm telling you. But yeah. That kill, huge boost for me. I was feeling so bad for Tyson because I was like, yeah, I wish I could help. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm contributing, but I can't get a kill. It's just been a lot of me just assisting. Here he gets another kill. I brought him on as the fragger. I'm the IGL. He's the fragger. I'm IGL/medic/fragger. I help him get kills, and I tell him what we should do. But, I think this is where teams start to push in a lot. Yeah, I think we get like 3 more teams around us. We get surrounded very quickly. And so we're just like, hey, let's fortress this place up. Let's make every build ours. When teams push us, we can just edit. We can just get, like I said earlier, not a lot of placement points, so we gotta get kills. This is where I see a squad, or 2 duos, so 4 people, outside of our building. Of course, there's build fights going on everywhere. It's always a build fight. I think, yeah, this is where he tells me he thinks there's still somebody in the building. And then 10 seconds later, he kills a kid. There's a kid sitting in a corner. He quit his game. He somehow knew there was a guy in the building. I was so surprised. It's like he had a spidey sense or something. So this is where we start getting pressured by, like, I think there's one team in front of us and one team to our right, but we're not really focused on the team to our right. It's more of the team in front of us. They've been applying more pressure to us. Like, as you saw, I got tagged. But I try and go for the shockwave play here. Completely whiff it. I mean, I was underneath the staircase. I think I do try it one more time, but we're gonna skip past that. And we realize my duo thinks there's only one person. I said, no, there isn't. But I get into his box, get him. But there's another guy. He runs, he shockwaves out. Let's talk about how my pump hit for 32. Or 36 or something. That is unreal. Alright, we're moving forward. Top 8 situation. There's 15 kids left, but it's top 8. I just get headshot sniped. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting up in zone. And he tells me right here that I can still reboot. I don't know why I didn't do that right as I died. But he stays alive. I reboot. And this is where it could have gone so good. But, here it goes. That's still my build. There's a duo behind me. They somehow didn't see me, so they're not pushing me. I have nothing, so I'm crouching around, hoping that they don't know that I'm in there, because I'm dead immediately. And there's no more reboots. I don't want to leave my teammates stranded. But for some reason, I forgot that there's zone, so I see the zone, but I can't get up and run, because I'm dead if I do that. So what I do here is I try and look for meds. I get up, run, because there's no point. I see that there's crash pads from earlier. I try and crash pad, I'm just dead. This kid didn't miss a single shot. I don't know what it was, but my team, my duo right here, going absolutely. This is beautiful. I was like, if you could get us like one more placement, there it is, one more placement point. Back-to-back 5th place matches guaranteed. If he can maybe get more, that'd be perfect. He does a great rotation here. He jumps down here. Nobody can see him. Here it goes. This guy gets out. He takes a couple shots. This is where he misses the freest elim of his life. Just completely whiffed the pump shot. Accidentally hurdles, gets full box, and just gets absolutely destroyed. But there we go. That's fine. Another top 5 placement. As you saw there, we are behind the other duo. But they have 2 more matches than us. So we haven't had a dud. We haven't had a bad game yet. And that might come back to bite us that he said that. I was like, why'd you say that? Because I was like, yeah, we haven't had a bad game, but that's where it can all change. This is where I get sniped at, and then I get sniped at again, and I get hit. Yeah, there it is. I got sniped at, and then got sniped again. But, so I'm already low. Off rip. But of course, this is why we drop here. Plenty of loot. I don't know why. I need to stop crouching so much. I don't know. It's just like a natural instinct. This is where this guy comes in. The first time my aim has actually been good. I get another kill. And then, his duo's right there. I decide to, like, grab his pump, but I forget the ammo, and then my teammate takes the ammo. See, here he told me, hey, maybe we break it down and kill this kid. But he said, wait, let me heal. Yeah, we end up dying. Yeah, pretty horrid. And then you get into the next game. So we got 1 point in the last game, and we get 1 point here. Because, I would love to go back to that clip, because if you watch that again, the guy just comes out of nowhere. Like, I hit one of the kids 82, and then the next guy just comes out of nowhere and kills me. We were pretty demoralized after that, because we had wasted 2 games. We got 2 points out of 2 games. So now we're at 40. They were at 44 at 6 games. We were at 40. They ended up, I'll tell you, they ended up completely at, 75. So we needed 35 points in our next, 4 games. Or is 3 games. Yeah, when I shot that shotgun shot right there, it scared the ever-living crap out of me. I mean, I marked the sniper. He's really good with snipers, my duo. And it scared me, because I just randomly shot the shotgun. And my mic was super loud, because he couldn't hear me. So, that was kind of an issue. Yeah, my mic was super loud. Like I said, another problem we had was mats. And that right there just gave me 4 more builds, which could save me in the long run. But here we go, another top 10 placement. So we're at 41 points here. I'm trying to find a shot with my hunting rifle. Watching these kids to my left. We end up getting pushed by them. I decided to do the worst thing that I could possibly do, and that's shockwave up, and this guy just beamed me. I run out of mats, drop down, forget to shoot my gun. He gets it, my teammate gets an elim, and then I die because I don't have any builds. Right here, my teammate dies. We ended up with 43 points. But after that, he told me that the guy glitched into his box. It was bad. I decided to switch up the skin. Let's go to PJ Patroller. Try and switch it up. I decided, yeah, I'm just gonna run in here. I hit this guy for everything he has. That's another good aim moment from me. I had some bad aim, I had some good aim. This is a fun game. This game right here, because I just tell him straight up, we are having trouble getting kills. These kids are kind of good. Most of them are just they just have good aim. They're not really builders. But I was like, hey, we could just sit here and zone. We're at Slurpee now. This place is filled with Slurp barrels and Slurp trucks and stuff like that. I was like, we're just chilling. Let's just get some points here. And he was telling me, he was like, yeah, we chill in zone, we get some of the placement points, and then, kill kids on rotations. And it was perfect, because the zone was backing up towards Slurpee. It was almost like it knew, don't mind that voice crack, it was almost like it knew that we were there, just helping us out. As you can see, the zone is just moving our direction. We had so much going for us. I had 100 Flowberry Fizz, I had a med kit, and then we find this Chug Jug right here. So I just decided to bring the Chug Jug back here. There's a kid, right in front of us. But we decide, camp this out. Look at the zone. It is on us. But we decide right here, we're gonna break the slurp truck. Okay? Run into the building. Get on top of a building. Get a vantage point. So here we go. Run. We both had grapplers. We get up here. Perfect vantage point. We're just going to chill up here, wait for a kid to run to us. And then, as you can see, I have a chug jug. I was like, hey, let's not sit like 180, 175 HP. Let's both use the chug jug, get full HP, go try and fight a kid, because they're probably gonna be a little low. There's been, look, as you can see to my left, look at all the builds. There's people are not 100. So he gets me back a little bit of the chug jug, as you can see. And then we see this kid gliding in. Yeah, bad aim. But this is where I kind of thought it was my brother. He wears that skin a lot, the golf skin. I forgot what it's called. But then we find this little area in here. I completely forgot about this. I missed Chapter 2. I mean, Slurpee. Chapter 2, like, GOAT. But, we decide that we're just gonna build a fortress in here. And that, we could just sit in here. I think right here I was saying, like, we could honestly survive Storm Surge. Of course we couldn't. Like, so much damage. But we're just gonna sit down here. See, there we go, another placement point. As we're rotating out of there, we get a kill. I think it was 2, actually. And look at my health. I'm just getting lower and lower, and this is where I start... I'm not even thinking about it right. Ooh, Storm Surge. It's upon us. Now I'm starting to think that as I'm running over here, so I start taking the chug jug. There's a kid right in front of me. He could have easily edited and just killed me. This guy, right here, I was like, hey, I'm gonna try and get a kill. He dies. So I'm like, here, I'm gonna kill him, get his loot. So I got a free refresh off this guy just getting absolutely beamed. And then there's a kid on my right. I don't finish him, but look, Storm Surge. I was like, stop boxing up, Tyson. Like, I'm about to die. I'm, like, screaming into my mic right here. Because he kept boxing me out. Of course, he didn't mean to. But I run over here, somehow don't get shot. I run over here. I didn't know how this kid shot me. I forgot to put a roof. Like, I was trying to throw him my med kit. As I tried to throw it, he kills me. I drop my med kit. He realizes there is not enough time, so he's got to run to zone. And that's it. We died to zone. Somehow we placed 6th with that game. Of course, it's still a pretty good game. Okay, this is our last game. I skipped the second to last one because we ended up not getting any points. Another point where my aim is just not working really well. But there we go. We got an elimination. Right before we went into this game, I was like, hey, it's now or never. Last game. We don't care. We're going for as many kills as possible. After that first kill, we're kind of feeling good. Okay, kill off rip. If we kill these kids off rip, they can't get good loot. Then there's no way. We're gonna get like 20 kills. Great game. As you can see, we need a lot of points to tie my brother and his friend. But here we go. I get a kill here. And again, I run out of mats. I could have easily picked up that guy's mats. I forgot. We end with 3 elims. Match. It was a really good way to end this tournament. I had a lot of fun. Tyson had a lot of fun. Make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Put God first, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.